Welcome to A Journey into Fitness. I'm Susan Rubenstein. It's that time of year we need to spring back into our fitness routine. Get rid of the old feeling of winter and being dormant, maybe less active, and start to get our bodies moving again. Moving either when we're inside the house or start moving our exercise outside. It's also a great time of year to start thinking about getting healthy again. Our diet changes in the winter. We start to eat more comfort foods, more warming foods, but we now need to move out of that and start to eat the fresh, wonderful abundance of what the season is now going to begin to offer. So try to think about eating clean, eating healthy, get those fresh veggies in, and get moving. That's really the key to feeling good. So when we exercise, it's not just for physical appearance. It has a lot to do with how we feel inside. It's going to make us feel great, give us more energy, have a better life, be happier in the activities that we do and how we do them, have more energy for our families, and just really overall good health. So here I am, ready to work out. Got a nice, easy, comfortable workout outfit on, my sneakers. Always check in with those sneakers. If you exercise regularly and your sneakers are starting to get old, good idea to check in and make sure that your sneakers still have enough cushioning on the bottom so you don't injure yourself in your feet, your ankles, or your legs. So it might be time to treat yourself to a new pair. With that, I'm in a nice open space since I am inside. I brought along today my water bottle, which is important to stay hydrated. I've also brought along a mat because we're going to be doing some standing exercises, taking it down, doing some floor work. So a nice combination of different exercises that you can do, whether you have time to join me for the whole time or you can only do parts of it. And also maybe just jot down some of the exercises that you like and do them on your own with your own routine. One important thing though, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is exciting. I'm glad to have you with us today. But always a good idea just to run an exercise program by your doctor, especially if you're starting something that's brand new. Maybe you're coming off an injury or you've been ill this winter. Just kind of check in with your doctor and make sure that low to medium impact exercising and movement is okay for you. With that, let's get started. So I always like to move. Before I get into toning or whatever exercise routine that I'm doing, I like to move, warm the body up. So we're going to do that with just a simple march. At the same time, breathe in. Full stretch up. Bring the arms down. So that breath brings energy and vitality into the body. Helps us feel good. Check in with your breath from time to time when working out. Good. Let's do that one more time. Good. Now, as we're marching, let's take the stance out a little bit wider. So we're going to open up energy in our hips and our knees. Get the synovial fluid moving through our joints. It's really important. Good. And then as we're pumping those arms, notice I'm starting to make circles. Getting those shoulders moving. Good. Then you can kind of move the arms in the opposite direction. Challenge those motor skills. Knees going forward, arms going back. So have fun with your workout. Now I'm going to widen my stance to a tap. So all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of rotation to my torso. Moving through my spine. I want my spine to be healthy during the workout. Good. And now I'm going to reach just across the midline. So the hands are extending, stretching the fingers. Good. Now I'm going to come back to center, reach out, pull in. Good. Now changing the hands, extend the fingers, squeeze in. Good. Now, if you find that you want a little bit more energy, instead of just a walk, start a light jog. Good. We'll keep that going. Reaching, squeezing in. Couple more. Now, ready? Let's change the hands. Take them out. Squeeze them in. So notice how my elbows are starting to wander towards my back, waist, and ribs. I'm warming up the back body. Really important. Get those shoulder blades moving. Good. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Good. Now I'm going to start to pick up the knee and tap down towards my thigh. So this is good to open up the lower back. Exercise those hip flexors, getting some quad strength in, the top of the thigh. Now I'm just going to alternate a little bit across the body, the midline. So moving a little bit into a twist. This is good to tone the abdomen as well. Good. 4 more. We're going to go back to the march or jog now. We're going to push up, pull down. Let's do that again. Push up, pull down. Good. So if you feel like putting on some music in the background, that can be very motivating. Putting on some of your favorite music can bring energy, or sometimes we just like the quietness. Good. Keep it going. And again, now I'm going to open things out to the side. I'm going to just stretch the heels, the arms. It's all moving. Good. Stretch. Nice and steady. 8. Good. Now, I like this heel motion out to the side. I'm going to change it though and row. Good. So just imagine that you have a rubber band. So notice how I'm exercising. I'm not using any tools. I'm not using any weights. I'm just using my own body strength. Now I'm going to alternate pushing across the midline. Good. So chest is lifted. That's it. So it's always important to get that warm up in and get the energy flowing through the body. Now I'm going to change a little bit of that jog and start to travel the heels behind. Just imagine I'm bouncing balls in my hand. Back and forth. Good. Nice and steady. Good. Now, let's play with the arms. Push up. So this is going to bring your heart rate up a little bit higher. If you feel like that's too extreme, drop the arms down and then just march it out. So you always got to check in with yourself, see how you're doing. Good, let's keep that going. We're warming up more, good. Now I can have fun with this. I can start to do a little bit of jump roping, imagining I have one. Just alternating the feet. I can take that rope out higher. Good. Bringing it in. Now, start with a low impact jack. Push. Good. Nice and steady. If you feel like you want to do a full jumping jack, you would go out and in, nice and full, range of motion with the arms and legs. Let's push back out again. 8. Good. 4 more. Jack high or low. 8. Good. Feel that energy. Let's take the heels back behind again. Pump the arms. Good. And now let's move those hands up and down. That's it. 4 more. Now let's take it out. We're going to turn. Big turn. So big move. That's it. Let's do that again. 8 more. Oh, it feels good to get that oxygen moving through the body. Now we're just going to push and pull. That's it. Watch the shoulders. Reach with the arms. Keep that going. 8 more. 6. 4. All right, now I'm going to change things. I'm going to bring those hamstrings behind. Now notice, once you get the legs, bringing the heel behind, you can then add an arm combination. All this is a row and a push. So you bend the elbow and straighten. Use your palms here. Good. Keep that going. Now, I'm going to bring back those knees nice and wide. So we're going to start to move into some knee repeats. We're going to do 4 right. 1, 2, 3, and 4 left. Good. Let's take it right again. 4, 3, 2, and to the left. Good. You want more energy? Let's try 8. Ready? 8. Woo! 4 more. Let's try the other side. 8. Good. Let's take back those hamstrings with a row and a push. Good. And again. Now let's try 4 hamstrings with a row. Other side. How about moving to 8? 8 on the right. That's it. 4. And to the left. You got it. Now, wide stance. I'm going to just reach through my sides. Work that side waist. Feel the ribs stretch. Good. Now, both hands. A little bit of a lean. Good. Now as I stay active in the aerobic part, I'm just going to kick and combine a little bit of balance. Shifting my weight side to side. Keep that going. 8. Good. 4 more. Now let's come center, punch, and march in place. Let's take that wide again. So we just change the combinations every so often to make it fun. Good. Let's take that punch out again. 4. Now this time come center and run. 8. Open back out. Punch. Good. Back to that jog. 2 more times like that. Ready? Punch. And jog. 1 last time. Punch. Good. And jog. Now let's take it and push. Good. So we're going to start to bring the intensity down a bit. Now bring your heels in front and squeeze. Good. Starting to work those chest muscles. Let's try opposite arm with leg. Squeeze. Just imagine right in front of your midline there's a wall. So bring that elbow in front and then just stop. Use a little resistance. Good. All right. I'm going to start to push the hands down. Good. Drop the shoulders. Work on good posture. I'm going to bring this to a march and roll those shoulders back. Good. Now we're going to move into squat. So what I'd like you to do, step your feet to the outside of the hips. Stop. You can always heel toe out a little bit wider. Toes either facing forward, knees balanced over the feet, or some people like toes out. It's your personal preference. Hands to your waist. We're going to sit back. So you want to take your bottom and push towards the space behind you. Just imagine that there is a chair behind you. You go to sit down, some evil person is pulling it out. So you want to try to catch that chair before they completely pull it away. Good. Keep that going. Drop it and lift. Now, it's common if your hips are tight to feel your upper body want to fold forward. So what your job is to really focus on good lower body alignment, but keep your eyes forward, chin parallel to the ground. I like hands towards the back waist. That reminds me to keep my chest lifted in case I'm going to drop forward. So we come down. 4. We lift. Good. Muscles we're working. Thighs, front and back. Hips. And a nice powerful leg strength. And I always think about these exercises to strengthen the core. Now we're going to come down and hold. 2, 3, and come up. We're pulsing down. Good. And again. Push back into your seat. Good. Now I'm just going to change my arms to the shoulders. So I'm starting a variation on this combination. What am I adding next? Heels up. So it's down, 2, 3, heels up. What could I do with those arms? Reach. Get a little flexion going on through the wrist. Reach. Good. That's it. 5 more. 5. Good. 4 more. Drop it back. How you doing? That's it. 2 more. 1 more time. And good. Shake that out. Woo! So, we're doing 1 set, but if you've got time and you want to do another set, either now or after the program, go right ahead. So now, what I'd like to do is, those of you with healthy knees and hips, we're going to keep 1 foot forward, step the other leg back as if we're on railroad tracks. Dropping into our lunges, we come down and lift. Now I'm going to just drop around to the side. Back knee heads towards the ground. Front knee doesn't pass the toe. If I wanted to add a variation on this, say hips are really tight, or maybe the knee doesn't feel so good, walk that back foot in. Still get the same benefit by keeping the heel down. Just our stance is a little bit closer, but we still want to think about doing this exercise on those imaginary railroad tracks. It's always good to have a visual. Let's do 4 more. 4. Come up. Now, the longer those legs, the wider you want to open up your stance. Good. One more time. Now, we're going to take it down and pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Good. 3. Now, you know me with adding a variation. Down, 2, 3. Look what I'm going to do. Push off. Now, you got to find that spot behind you that you start in. Catch yourself. Don't be afraid to use a wall. Still watch that front knee. Good. Maybe try hands up in the air. Lift. Now, balance challenge coming up. Hold. We're going to curl the hamstring. What do you think? So, as you see, we're balancing. You might need to put your hand on the wall, out in front of you. Maybe your shoulders are tired. Whatever works. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back. Let's stretch that front supporting leg. Take some nice deep breaths. And you know what? While we're here, before hitting the other side, let's take a moment to grab some water. So just maybe run to the kitchen if you didn't bring it with you. It's really important to make sure you drink before you get too thirsty. All right, so same thing. Let's start. Step the other leg back. Think about your railroad tracks dropping down. Good. So I'm going to stay facing forward on this one so you can kind of see the 2 different angles of how it works. Good. Pay attention to your knees. Dropping that back knee down and up. So knees are good, hips are good. Some of you might go deeper, a lot deeper than what I'm doing. But you've got to listen to your own body. You really need to be smart about your exercise program. That way you're going to stick with it. And variety is good too. We've got to have variation. If we do the same thing all the time, not only mentally do we get bored, but physically our body adapts. And then we reach a plateau. Couple more. It's like if we ate the same thing every day. We might not move the weight that we're trying to lose. Good. Now we're going to pulse it down. 1, 2, 3. So now we're getting ready. We're going to do a couple more of these. Good. Now let's add that leg lift. Ready? Down, 2, 3, and reach. Good. So now I'm actively moving the arms. So that's an option, a variation to work with. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, good. 2 more. 1 more. And come up. Good. Let's stretch this side out. All right, so we are going to move now from aerobic exercise and some standing leg work, strengthening through squats and lunges, down to some floor work. So it's always a good idea to have a mat. This helps to protect your knees, becomes your working space. So when we come down, we want to draw the belly in, wander over to our knees. Now, if you feel like being on your knees not so great, try doubling up your mat. Fold the mat in half so you've got extra padding. Doing it on a carpeted surface will help. Now, square off. So we want to make sure that our shoulders are nice and balanced right up over the wrists. We're going to draw the belly and lengthen the spine and then lengthen our right leg back. Good. Now, with the foot flex, we're going to lower it to the ground and lift. So what I love about this exercise is that I'm strengthening my leg, strengthening through the buttocks muscles, but by maintaining tone in my abdomen, I'm strengthening both my abdominals and my back. So I'm getting my back here in, which is so important. Good. Keep going. Down. Lift. Nice and strong here. Good. Now we're going to take the leg out and now we're going to bend it. So notice how the foot now faces the ceiling. We're going to push up and down. So now it becomes a little bit more isolated towards the buttocks. Squeeze and then you're going to really feel it right at the base. Good. Pushing up And again. Now I love this next combination because it not only continues to work the leg, but I feel like it targets a bit of my back waist. So we're gonna cross over to the knee that's on the floor, just to the outside, and push back up. So we cross and push. And you'll notice what I mean when you start the exercise about feeling some work going on in the back of your waist. Good. The back side of your body. Now, we're moving through the right leg, but yes, that left hip, that left leg is supporting us, so it's working. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Let's take this out on 1. Take that leg out, and then slide the knee in. Good. And then just take a nice long stretch. Reach back. Maybe open the knees wider than hips. Breathe. All right, let's wander up. Draw the belly in. I'm going to turn. So, abdominals are strong. Slide the leg back. So now left leg is behind us. Nice and long. Foot is flexed. We're going to bring it down and lift up. Good. Squeezing. Now I'm wandering around with my eyes in my head, but what I'd really like you to do is just gaze forward. Find a spot in front of you. Something that you can look at. Steady your breathing. Let's do a couple more of these. Now on this next one, as we lift hip height, bend that knee, still keep your hips balanced. You're just going to push up. It's not a big move. Good. So keep bringing it up. Up. That's it. Lifting. Good. Keep going. I'm going to do 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and now let's take that cross. Ready? Take it across. Come up. If you get tired, take a break. I always tell my students, 50% of it is showing up to your exercise routine, to your fitness routine, making a plan. And then from there, you do the work. But if you need a break, take it. Listen to your body. Some days we wake up, everything is great, we have lots of energy, and some days we need to just do a little bit more of self-care. All right, let's put that knee in and down, stretch back again. All right, so I'm just going to lie on my side, put my head right into my hand. If that's too much strain on the neck, let the head completely come down. Bend your bottom knee, top leg comes forward slightly. Now, pointed toe, we're going to lift, flex, but notice how I'm pointing the toe to the sky. As I flex, I'm drawing the heel down. So we're lifting and lowering. I'm working my outer hip and thigh, but if you really concentrate right, and just imagine that you put a block between your inner thighs, and you want to press down into it, you'll feel that muscle of your inner thigh. Squeeze. Good. So what I love about these exercises is it creates length in the muscles, nice long lean muscles, but those muscles get stronger. So if your height of your leg doesn't come up very high, it's okay. Now take it down about midway, point your toe, and now let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep going. Now let's flex the foot, toe up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Tap it out. All right. Now, we ready? Let's take the bottom leg. Let's just do a quick pulse. So I've got my top leg stretching through hip and thigh. Bottom leg is out straight. Quick pulse up. Good. Squeeze. So we're really isolating the inner thigh muscle called the adductor. Think about the word adductor. You're adding together bottom leg to top leg. Up. Good. Keep pulsing. Belly in, nice and firm. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you made it. Nice job. Whew. Come up. Quickly get a little stretch in here. This is one of my favorite, the butterfly, just opening up those thighs. Sometimes it feels good just to tap them out. All right, so heading on over. We got just a few minutes left. So we're going to slide the leg out, start the same thing, draw the belly in. I'm going to do just a few less on this side, but feel free to stick around. Continue. Don't worry. You won't get lopsided. We'll try to even out as much as we can. Nice and strong. Point. Good. Point. Flex. Good. So after an exercise routine, when we're working muscles, it's important to take a few moments to stretch. So since we're short on time, I'm going to ask you just to think about some different exercises that you can do to stretch the muscles that you worked. If you have time and you want to do a little bit of yoga, you can join me at another time or after this show as the next one rolls into Journey into Yoga. But it's important just to stretch your body out. All right, let's pulse. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and flex. Up. Good. Belly in, hips are stacked. Now, to save time, slide it in, slide it out with this leg, and pulse up. Good. I love this one because I can really feel that upper inner thigh getting a workout. Good. Keep squeezing. We're just going to finish up 8, 7, 6. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Good. Now come up. Let's take that stretch. So having good posture is one of the best ways to work your abdominals. So we did a lot of different exercises that help to strengthen our core today, our abs and our back. So don't feel like they were cheated. But having good posture of just balancing your shoulders over your hips, relaxing your knees, and just taking some deep breaths here really is helpful. So I hope you got some really good tips today on exercise. Remembering that it's important to just move every day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, if you have an hour. Make your exercise routine fun. Be creative. Try to think about what you can do inside. And as the season starts to transition from spring and spring to summer, think about exercises you can do outside to connect you with nature and getting that fresh air in. All right, so as I mentioned, stretch those different muscles that we worked. Even though we didn't use weights, we still were working them pretty hard. Let's take a deep breath in. Bring your hands down, a little side stretch. Good. So I thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful fitness journey. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.